All right, guys, this is our 2010 Shaw car. Pulled it out of the weeds, had a whole back clip put on it. Had our buddy Steve over at Final Finish get this thing powder coated up into what we call Disco Tangerine. Pretty unique color. And we've got T-bar situations going on. We between me and Brian, we did some heavy ciphering of the liquid kind, and came up with where we want the decking to be on this thing. So it's not like we can just copy paste. We don't have anything for this car. No templates, nothing. This thing is set for 7 years, so I've long since got rid of any sort of body for this thing. Today's video was brought to you by Race Day Rub, grilling for good, and we're using the checkered flag. Turn 4 today. We're gonna put it on these hamburgers. Yeah, I know, if you watched our series on the Race Day Rubs, I've used hamburgers before, but that was with the A-main, the all-purpose. And today, this is actually for beef, so we're gonna get her done. Let me bring you in here real quick and show you what we got going on. All 4 of these are available through Race Day Rub. So you got the A-main, the side job, and the pit stop. Each one of them has a specific purpose. And we've tried them all, we've loved them all. I haven't tried that yet, but as you can see here, that's getting ready to go down. All right? Now, each and every penny collected from sales of the Race Day Rub line here is put right back into our community's donated. That is correct. Yes. So check out each and every one of these if you guys are interested in some of the best seasonings on the market. We appreciate you, Race Day Rub, for being part of the old number 7 team. I need to get these burgers on that grill because they ain't gonna cook themselves, so ain't nothing to it but to do. That's legit right there. That's going in my belly right now. Guys, I can tell you, I've sampled some of this Race Day Rub already, and it's where it's at. So don't forget, check out Race Day Rubs, grilling for good, doing a great thing, contributing right back to our American families and supporting local racing as well. So the problem I had whenever we first started racing this thing was it was very hard to get in here. This is the line where it went across. It was tight, super tight. So we did a lot of ciphering, and we wound up dropping this thing down 1 inch. You may say, oh, that's easy, just drop it down 1 inch, but you have to make sure everything clears. Yeah. Got to make sure.
Look, these balls
oh, is it a package?
Rock is in this, and I taped it up.
That's nice. Maybe he'll open it like he does Christmas presents. So we had to completely build the whole interior tin, and we built it tall so we knew we could fold this stuff over, right? So now our flat decking can lay on this. But then you had to, you got to cipher. Where's this all going to be? Well, this Hammond Motorsports bracing is very, very awesome, very strong, but it also takes up a little bit more real estate than your normal 90-degree angle. So we had to factor that in, cut this all out, get it notched where everything fits. And I'm happy to do that because she's going to be strong, And then this is our normal tabs where the decking used to be. Hammond makes a pretty cool piece. Now you can see that or not, but it's a 45 and a 90 that bolts onto a weight clamp. And we just use that 90 and bolted it straight onto the frame on both sides the same. And now we've got our new T-bar for the center section. So that's easy. And then we were just using this to check, see where everything wound up falling. So now that we know where all that's at, that took us what, two evenings? 2 days? When I say 2 days, it's 2 evenings. But you guys got to realize that when we're working on this thing, it's a couple hours in an evening. We don't get to sit here all day and do this a whole day. Most of the time, we're doing this 2 hours at a time. So it's going to take some time to do this. So that's why we kind of skipped all that because, well, not the interior, but figure out where the decking's going, because it took 2 evenings just to figure that out. So we're going to get back onto something I've been trying to do for a long time, and that's get the ball joints in there, get that whole front end assembly on here, and try to make a steering shaft. And we can now do that because we've got our close racing uppers, Weir's machine lowers. As you see right there, that is a QA1 ball joint that screws into that. So what we went with, if you guys have a Shaw car and you're looking to go this route, like I like to use the screw in lower ball joints. right? Easily replaceable. You don't have to worry about heating them up, pressing them in, welding them, nothing. You can fix that at the track. So what I ordered, this is, I'll show you the part number. It's a 1210-506. That is a ball joint housing, straight from QA1 for a screw-in lower ball joint, just like this, okay? And then, I don't really have a part number on this. I might have one in this box here. So this ball joint stud is a 9029-226. So this is an actual ball joint stud off of a 1210-108 ball joint, which is a press-in ball joint. I didn't want the press-in ball joint, I wanted the screw-in. So I actually had to make a hybrid ball joint here. And there's some guys that'll run the K727 style Chrysler lower ball joint, which is a lot bigger and stronger. I opted to go that route. Some may argue that I'll break this pin easier, but I'd rather break the pin than destroy my lower. So that's the way I'm going. So there you go. If you guys are looking to do that on a Shaw car, not just a Shaw car, Chevelle stub car with the lower control arm and the orientation we're doing. That's how we're going to do it. The other good thing is this spindle is already reamed for this ball joint, top and bottom. No reaming. You buy it off the shelf, you jam it on there. You ain't good. And if you, I mean, you know how that is to ream them. Yeah. One, they're expensive. The reamers are. Two,
not fun.
You could be there all day if you don't do it right, and you're sitting there burning through the metal instead of peeling it out. So, and then you got to get the right height and everything else. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll strap you in and lock you down here and get this front end knocked out, and we'll eyeball it. What do you think? Let me pull it out.
Ouch.
You be careful. Got to be careful.
Is this the ball joint?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna take this. Me and Chase are gonna put this ball joint together real quick. And QA1 puts everything in there that you need. Make sure they can see me. For the most part. So here, unscrew that off there. Hold this. Yep, and unscrew that piece right here. It'll come right off. Put it right here on this bag. Okay. Give me that nut and washer. Yeah, it's got a little grease on it. It'll be okay.
Why is it yellow?
I'll take this and poke that out. It's going to come out. Okay, I'll take that. Poke it on through there. Okay, now stick your ball joint down the other way. Yep, just like that. Yep, drop it. Okay. And this is going to go on there. And this. Screw that down on there. I'll get you a little socket.
Is that it?
Okay. I'll hold this. Take that and screw it on there. Take her to grandma's. Yep. Oh, he's fast. Okay, that's good. Now, we're just using this. QA1 actually makes a tool that goes in here and then a tool that tightens this all at one time. You'll see us use that in a future video. Screw that down, bud, like this. Perfect. We're going to take it right back off to adjust the preload on it anyway, so. Okay, well, let's go over to the car and put that on.
Why does it turn this way?
Because it's a ball joint. All right, now here's what we're going to do. Brian's going to cut this zip tie right here. I don't know if he got a knife or not, but I hope he does.
Yep, don't let me get you.
He's going to get you. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to take that ball joint and go in from the bottom up. Yep, and screw it in there. Just like this. Look.
Ow.
Screw it in there. Go ahead. I'll hold this ball A-arm up. Get it? Okay. Now here's what you do. Take that wrench down there, this Weir's Machine ball joint wrench. That'll go on there. And you push it. You gotta get it just right. Right there. And go that way. The other way. That's loosening it. Okay.
Ow.
Your knee.
That's good. You can probably go all the way around with it. Don't smash your fingers. Pull it. You got it. Let's see. How tight is it? That ain't tight. Look. Look. Okay, so anyway, if you guys don't have one of these ball joint wrenches, I would highly suggest it because I've never had one till just now. And what do? We put we take the A-arm, you don't have to do this, but we take the A-arm off, we stick it over in the vise because that's about the only thing that's got enough clamping for us. What? Yeah, regular old acrobatic there. So, first time I've ever used one. Pretty neat. Not gonna lie, should have got one a long time ago. So, there's your part number if you want one. WM260. My buddy Chad over at Weir's makes some real nice stuff. So, B, come over here and tighten this up. I've already had the pleasure of doing it. I'll let you finish her up. I've done one.
I'm getting Lucky's present.
We almost had it.
I know, that's why I figured out. Whoa, don't pull that whole chassis over.
Look, I taped
That's pretty nice, isn't it?
Look.
Okay. Yeah.
Real nice.
Lucky one.
All right, Chase. You ready to go back to work?
Yep.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Nice shot. All right, give me that. What is this? It's a hub and a spindle. All right, that goes here. This, you need to take that nut off. Hand me the nut. And he's like he's eating a zip tie. All right. You can raise that up to get it out of your way if you want. But anyway, we're going to set this right in that hole. Okay? That's heavy. Get her lined up. Get it?
Yep.
Okay, now you can set that right there in this hole. Okay, and put that spacer in that nut. The nut, see the little notches? That goes down. That goes down here. You gotta put the spacer on first. Then the nut.
So it goes this
With the notches down. Yep. I'll show you why in a minute.
way.
Yep, tighten her up. You can flip it. Okay. So there's that. We're getting somewhere. Should we put our springs in before we do that?
I mean, I would before you tighten it all the way up.
So, okay. Let's go get the spring to put in here and then we'll get it finished up, okay? That won't work. Okay, got the spring. And this is our AFCO racing spring. It's heavy.
Look.
Yeah, 600. So we need to slide this
So
in
is
there.
that 600 pounds?
600 pounds, yes. Now you want to drive it? All right, so look, see this big notch right there?
Yeah. Ow.
See this notch right here?
Yeah.
This spring goes in there and that notch sets in there. So here, set it in there. Make sure it locks in. Lock in?
Yep.
Actually, we'll come back to that in a second. Here's this. Washer and a nut. Oh yeah. So that's loosely put together. So there you have that. We got plenty of room on the top with the threads and everything to engage. Oh, there's a good tip for you. When you put your lower ball joint on, I'll show you. See this hole?
Yeah.
You always want to make sure to have that hole straight across. So you can get, there's a pin you put in there. You don't want it going that way, you want it going this way. So there it is. Lucky, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Is that Lucky talking?
Yeah. How are you doing? Dad, he's telling you how are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, Lucky, pretty good. All right, well, we'll get this here all situated, and then we'll come back and look at her.
I want my print.
What are you doing in there, bud? Are you cleaning? Are you getting ready to sit in here? Oh, are you?
So these don't stick in my butt.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, get in there, I'll give you your steering wheel.
My box.
One day you may drive this.
Fits right in there.
You can fit in there now. Here.
Can
Make sure your long acre goes to the bottom. Long acre to the bottom.
Oh my.
There you go. There it is. Now you got her. Now you can practice. We got out that steering shaft, but okay, that's all done. We got the spring in there, and we got our Weir's OD alignment spring cup. We had to work on. We had to massage right here on the frame because this was so big. But you can see how that encapsulates. There's another big word. You knew it was happening? Mm-hmm. What do you know I was gonna say that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, you can see how that it goes around that spring on the OD. So this thing can't go nowhere. And I got a really cool trick to show you on the right front. But there you go, mount it up. We can do our adjustments with our Weir's spring cup and weight jack. It's got our laser etched line in it already. Looking real good with all those components on there, I must say. So now I'll rinse and repeat, and we'll do this side, and I'll show you the cool trick that I got for the spring on this one. Hey, I need you, boy. It's time to go to work.
Whatever.
Okay, so with this one, we've got the OD alignment cup as well. We have it where it gets a lot farther down in there for this right front. Kind of a different spot to push from, so to speak. And I got my spring here. That's about right.
Oh,
Lucky Daisy.
I knocked over my water.
Oh, man. Get him. Get him. Better get him. Get him. Get him. Oh, dogs is nuts. Dogs is crazy. Open them up. It's all you, buddy.
I get fell on the chair.
Crazy dogs. Hey, that's enough. That's enough. That'll be enough of that. That'll be enough of that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Modified. Okay, hang on to this.
Oh.
Lucky Daisy. No.
Come here, Lucky.
All right, so what we got here is this is from Weir's. This is basically it's a Torrington bearing. And you can picture what's gonna happen here. You got
see that?
Yeah, you got two wear plates, I don't know, whatever you want to call those, and that's a bearing. It's little rollers in it. Pretty cool, huh? Mm-hmm. So that's gonna set one here,
And then,
bearing on there. Be very gentle with this stuff. Want to bend it. Excuse you. Okay. Oh man, that's tight. We're gonna run that down for a month. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna sit on here, and that's gonna allow this thing to be completely bind free. It can move as it needs to and not have any undue or excess unwanted load on the spring itself. All we're trying to do here is create somebody that can speak English. That's what we're trying to create.
what is it?
We're trying to create repeatability and consistency by not having a spring load one time in a bind and vice versa. Smell I'm stepping in? So, that'd be a good one-liner. Smell what I'm stepping in? Just like that. Boom. As you can see, she's now got the bearing in there. And it's time to watch Modifieds at Volusia. So we'll get this here jammed on there, and we'll come back with you in a minute.
All right, bye-bye.
And they're hot lapping over at Volusia. That track is rough as a cob. Oh my gosh. Them boys is brave because they just keep destroying their cars. They ain't raced in a while. Chase, you see how much race cars are tearing up already? Yeah, they're blowing the hoods out of them because they're hitting mud and then just coming right out of their hoods. Crazy. Anyway, we got this right side on there. That's all buttoned up. So we can move on to, I mean, that unlocks doors like getting brake lines on and steering, finishing that up with our tie rods. I'm interested in getting the steering shaft on it. Yeah, I mean, check that out. You shouldn't be doing this. That's a brand new freaking race car. It looks like Steve Harper. Terrible. Whole hood caved off of it. You can't see. Anyway, B whipped this nice little piece up right here. It just bolts onto. This used to house a steering quickener, but we're not using one of those with the steering box. Little bitty apple. Anyway, he whipped this up for us real quick. So we'll put a 3/4 Heim through there, just like we did here. Have double the support, because I think we should need it about right there. And then, then we'll pass through right there. So basically all we need to do is start building the shaft this way. And once we get to here, we'll know where it needs to be, and then we'll poke a hole in there, and then that. I would like for that U-joint to be on this side. Basically, if you're creating a fold zone, just picture if you really, that's loud. Big! Anyway, we're creating a fold zone here, so to speak. So just picture this car getting folded up. What?
Just hit it with his nose and roll a big chunk up on the.
Oh yeah, I see it. Brian Shaw. Anyway, so you want that steering shaft, you want your U-joint like right here. If this thing bends, you want it to bend right there. You want that to be a point, and it can also go that, that way, but I want that, what I'm trying to say is I want that U-joint out here. So anyway, we can build our steering up to this point. That's a level.
I can go inside, Mom said.
Yeah, I know. You helped me a little bit. You got to learn about this stuff. Yeah? Okay, we'll see ya. Bye. Hey, take the dogs with you.
Lucky Daisy, come on.
See ya. So see, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I want to make this steering shaft. But if I'm going to make that pass through here, I need to make... What we can do is we can pretend and stick that steering shaft through here and through there and have it point there, and we can maybe get a hole started. So we know where that's going to come through at. You know, I mean, we can pretty well guess where it's going to come through at with this. But we don't know for sure. That looks about right. Okay, it's going to hit anything. So let's do that. Let's get one more U-joint or Heim joint, which I don't think I got another steering Heim joint. I think they're all just regular 3/4 stuff. Tight fit. Yeah. And basically just get it stuck in here, through there, and just try to see where we can get it to end up. Yeah. So we can at least get a hole in it. Well, we're over here working on steering, and I needed this Heim joint, because like I told you, if you guys watched previous videos, steering Heim joints are a little bit bigger OD than regular 3/4 Heims, because that's 750. This is a little bit bigger. So you see, that'll show them. That'll float on there. Don't make a liar of me. And a regular Heim won't. So that was welded on there, and I chopped it off right like this to get that off there. And now keep in mind, this steering shaft was on this car when I bought it in 2011. Now, from what I understand and what makes sense to me, you probably can't see that, but there's a seam right there on the inside. This is just what's the name for this tubing? Just regular seamed,
yeah.
Thin wall, mind you. You can see that the wall thickness right there is not much. We'll measure it. What I'm trying to tell you is this was a, oh, I got the machine over there. This was not a well thought out deal, and I raced it like that for a long time, didn't know nothing about it. Tell me the thickness of that.
The thickness of it?
Here, you can throw that one down and use that one. It's easier to handle. And I got, somewhere I got another, right here. I've got an actual steering shaft.
I'll have to grind it off so I can get to the edge of it.
Okay, grind it off a little bit. But we're trying to save you guys here. You could have some big issues. As I'm saying that, you ain't got no daggum safety glasses on.
I'm fine, yeah.
Okay, so now you can see the wall thickness of that. It's pretty thin.
Yeah.
I would say it's
110.
110. Okay, so look at that. Well, since he ground it, that's pretty thin. That's not supposed to happen. Let me show them to him first. Now you can see this is much thicker. This is actual steering shaft, and I'm not no freaking steel expert, or not claim to be, but I think this is DOM, drawn over mandrel, because there's no seam in it. Now, hang on, buddy. Now, that one was 110. This is 185. This is steering shaft. That is not steering shaft. So I'm glad that I cut this up to get that off there, which you're going to have to grind that anyway, because nobody needs to be using this stuff. Now we got some usable U-joints here, but what?
You can't believe this. I just saw a ramp. ice outside, so I'm gonna get my trucks and ram them.
You going to bed, remember? Yep, that's what we needed right there. And we needed that because we need to put it right here. We need to put it right there. Now we got 2 steering U-joints and we got a highfalutin one.
Anodized.
Anodized, baby. So, just a little tip for you guys. If you don't know or didn't know what you got when you buy a car, that could very easily twist it up or fold it up and caused a bad wreck. I mean, really, it could have. So anyway, back to what we were doing. We're going to get a shaft in here so we can see where that lands, get a hole poked in it. After lots of heavy-duty ciphering and all of our angle finders shooting crap, and it's one of them days you just might as well stick a fork in it. We figured out where we want our steering shaft to pass through at. Yeah, with that piece right there and some ciphering. And this is a Weir's like a steering firewall bushing. So we're gonna stick that in there, and then you just drill it as big as that flange and let it sit in there, and you bolt it up. That's extra support. And we'll have a heim here, this heim here. There's more Weir stuff going down into that. So that's a nice bit you got there.
Not bad.
Not bad, he says.
Does the job.
Okay, well you hold that and I'll hold this. See if this thing really get in there and eat you. I might put it on 1. Ain't bad for a guessing center. I mean, we measured that out and everything. Oh, that'll fold you up. Oh my gosh.
Twisty.
Golly. Oh. Oh. I need a drill press. I mean a mag drill. Will work real good on that
right
aluminum. Right through that aluminum, buddy. I don't think my summer gun goes big enough, buddy.
I'm not thinking it don't.
Dang, I ain't got a bigger one than that. Dang it. So what are you gonna do? I gotta drill use a hole saw.
Sold it.
Well, it's too late now.
Well, yeah.
I don't care. I'll grind it out, hand grind it. Come on, baby. Oh, so close. Think I can waller that out?
Might be a little while.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, that's much bigger. How much bigger? Much. A lot much. Let's see. This is an inch 6/82. And that is probably like an inch 3/20.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
Hammer it.
Yeah. 3/8 of an inch. Okay. Well, Brian's gonna hand grind that out. Just
no.
yeah, yeah. Give me that. Yep.
Rat tail file.
Yep. Just hand rasp it. We're gonna find something real big and hog it out with it. I don't have any bigger. You know, I figured that'd be the biggest hole I'd have to make drilling stuff, but not today. Oh well. We'll figure it out, even if it's wrong. Well, me and that guy had a date, made that. I don't know, let's test fit it. We'll see. I ground it out to the line. Come on, baby. Oh, look at that. Something actually worked right for the first time. So that's all you gotta do there. Then you just bolt it in. And that's actually got another heim joint in it. You really wouldn't need that, but like the song says, too much ain't enough. Or I ain't never had too much fun.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh? You ever heard that song?
Yeah, there's that one.
No, I'm talking about the first song. Too much just ain't enough. Too much. You never heard that?
I guess not.
Ain't enough. Baby, too much of ain't enough. Yeah, I can't believe it.
Don't get so.
Well, if I made a fool of myself singing that, somebody better comment down below what song that was. Anywhoozin'. So, yeah. It's going to drive me nuts because I can't put my Weir's machine straight up and down. because that gromulate thing's in the way. And no, I didn't say that wrong. Gromulate.
Old granulator.
Yeah, Gromulator 5000. It's just gonna, maybe we'll,
Perfect.
you just have to live with it. So stay tuned for tomorrow, because tonight, that's all she wrote, boys and girls. I say that's all she wrote. I got that long steering shaft that's about a foot too long. We can stick it through there and see if it passes through them all. One time. One time. See, I'm gonna probably knock it off. Just guessing. Did I guess correctly? Third or two? Alright. Come on, baby. Ow!
Oh, now you
I
popped
ate
it.
my lunch. Okay. That's gonna have to come up. This guy. Well, hope we didn't just mess up.
No.
Oh my gosh. Did we do something right?
Something actually worked.
We done something right? Well, we'll have to do some fine-tuned adjustments because it's not real free in there. You know, but that ain't to say that you can't make it free in there. It's just kind of bound up. But the main thing is, it's in there. And heck, I could put this sucker on it and steer it. Not really, but I'm steering it. Is anything happening? Yeah, turn that. It's just she's a little, it shouldn't have that drag on it. So, you know, that's one of them deals. This here's kind of free floating, so it don't care. Anyway, there you go. And there you go. It's a little splay lead. But it's got most of the steering shaft in it. We could even, I don't know if we can get that to work on the other side. But if we could, I'd like it. I think it'd go down too low and hit that brake deal. But that's okay too, right? I'm fine with that. Ain't in the way of nothing. Hopefully the headers will fit. No? Headers ain't gonna fit? Don't say that. I think the best part of this whole situation is that red deal there. But say once you tighten that up, well, that helped it out. Once you tighten that up, I think she's gonna be good to go. Don't fall on that. All right. Next thing, go to sleep. Wake up, do it again. We'll see you then.
Okay, I'm getting all. Just get cars and.
Where's 33 at?
Rough Road Raceway, huh?
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Number
I'm his
7.
friend 35. I'm Fish Drunk 25.
Nice. All right, a couple days later here, and we're starting to bolt stuff on. I figured I'd better get the camera out because we're making progress, so to say. So I'll show you a couple things we got here, and had a couple of tips and tricks. All right, first thing we got, you guys definitely mentioned that we get a crossbar in here for support on this right front frame rail. Way ahead of you there. So what I used was it's actually like a 2 1/4 inch drop shock mount from Weir's. And then I'm trying to keep everything clean here and not have anything welded on. So that clamps on, works real good with a 5/8 time. Had Hammond, Mr. Dave over there, made me a custom length chrome moly swedge tube there. And I already had this welded on whenever we got the chassis. So I had that in mind. Now that'll definitely keep that supported, especially if a guy's gonna be doing some bump stopping over here. That's a lot of deflection on that. I don't plan on doing much bump stopping because we're gonna run some heavier springs. So got that done. Got the she's dragging on the pads a little bit, but may need a pad spacer in there. See that gap we got right there? Probably about 3/16 of an inch. So may think about that. But we got these all bolted on. They're still loose, everything's loose. But we got our Close Racing Supply drop tie rod. But that's gonna keep that out of the frame. Okay. We got our Weir's studs that go right into the drag link and bolt the heim joint on your tie rod. A lot of technical words there. A lot of technical words here. But anyway, that keeps that strong, right? You'll bend these, but not very often. And if most of the time you would destroy an stock inner tie rod. That's why we went to them, wasn't it? So like a uke tire, you hit a uke tire over here, or you pop a guy whenever you're running beside him. That's really, really freaking strong. You're gonna wind up bending this more than this. But the reason, you know, you'll break inner tie rods, stock ones. This, at least you can maybe limp it to victory lane with the left front dragging a little bit. You're not ripping it off. Because if you fold one of them up and you break it, you're done. What Brian was just doing there, we had the old anti-seize. We put the lower control arm, the lower ball joint in. I already done this side. But I just put anti-seize on this screw in lower. Because you see there's a little gap up here. That's going to get dirt and mud and everything else in it. So you could use grease or whatever. We just use a little bit of anti-seize. A lot of bit of anti-seize. Try to keep those threads from basically welding themselves together over time. Yeah, he's just trying to get it started there. You're going the wrong way.
Yeah, well, I'm upside down.
If you remember, that was a little tight getting in. So anyway, yeah, you do that so you get it all thread. You get anti-seize all over yourself.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best way. I didn't get a drop on me, but that's backwards.
I'm trying to get it in and straight.
I thought you were going to thread it in again.
I'm trying to get this filled popping in threads.
Regular stuff. Okay, so once we get this in there, we'll come back at you. But I got to hold this up, and it's heavy. Okay, got that all figured out. You got to hold your mouth right, is what it was, wasn't it, B?
I think so.
And you can really lay the torque to this thing because it's a long one. And it's also angled in 2 different directions, so you can really get on it. But yeah, that's good. So we'll drop that back on there. Remember to put your holes front to back on your ball joint so you can get your cotter pin in there. And other than that, we're getting ready to make a steering shaft, the final one. We've got everything mocked up, so that's it. Gotta do the other side yet, I think. Well, we made her a little bit long. You always cut it. I said cut it twice and it's still too short. You can believe that? Yeah, burning metal. Okay, so now all we gotta do is slide that in here. I think we've got a plan. Okay, I'm gonna take this loose. We're gonna take this bracket completely off. And we'll have to, the first thing you need to do when you're fitting this up is get your steering shafts on there, because if you don't do that and you weld it up, you ain't getting them on there. So we're not making that mistake. We'll get it all fit up. Put our heim joints back in there, but we didn't. So I think that's going to be a pretty good shot. That's all. That's pretty nice. I mean, I've got drag on this obviously, but I'm just kind of feeling it and just seeing what I think. I think we'll tack it up and we'll take it all off. Get her on there. Hopefully we can get it off and on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can pull that out. Okay, so that's fine and dandy. So we'll get a couple tacks on this. And we got this where there's about 1/8 of an inch gap around this steering firewall bushing deal. And that's fully pulled out on our collapsible shaft. Didn't need that anyway. So if anything ever happens, A, you got a U-joint right here. B, you've got, I don't know, 12 inches of collapse on your steering shaft. So it works out good. And we'll have two modes of support, one there, one right here with this. It'll work out good. So can't be happier than that, right there, just like that. Works out nice. It's like it's been planned. Boop. That's a weird machine part too. Good one. Oh, here's your, we don't need that yet. So we're gonna bust the welder out and get that tacked in, and then I guess we just throw some rattle can on that. You know, powder coating. Now, might want to see where we're set at. Yep, really heavy duty. That's what we're set at. If you want to be blind, you can look at it. If not, I would suggest looking away. I'm gonna have to get the old steering wheel and turn that a little bit so I can get in there and tackle her. Oh. Give me a little twist. Keep her going. Oh. Okay, we got her tacked up. Now we can pull her out, weld her up all the way. That's why you make sure you put your hinge joints on there before you weld her up. Been there, done that. All right, let's burn it in. Uh-oh, got the grave digger out. Lucky gonna take off with it. Oh, we got that burned in. So, that's not going nowhere. I don't want to show you that one over there. But that one's nice. All right, let's get her bolted up and see if she works. That's the main thing, isn't it? Grab it right there.
No. Not gonna happen.
Not happening, he said. Oh, say hi to everybody, by the way, because we're recording. B1, B2. Hi.
Yeah.
You get a car?
Go punch car.
Anyway, we got that done. We're getting that in there, getting that done, and we can get stuff like that done. Got the steering shaft made. Now we can actually turn the wheel. Oh, is she gonna take that with her? Probably not.
I think I could have welded that.
Huh?
So I think I could have welded that.
Is it that bad? No. That one is. We tried having B turn it while I was welding, and
Didn't turn fast enough?
I just, between the two of us, it's pretty hard to do whenever you got one guy doing one thing, one the other. That way I just done it. I just burned it in hot. It ain't falling off.
No.
What you got there mostly? Finding the right length and stuff. Putting them gold bolts on there because that's what we're going to take. The gold. Yep. I can get that one.
Yeah, but I can't really get to it.
Him can't get it. There we go. That is on there and tight. I think, other than painting it, this would be the last time we put it on and take it off.
We can kind of tarp everything up, just paint it while it's on.
Paint it while it's on there? I'll have you spin it while I paint it.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
Nah.
I really wish that would have been the other end so everybody could see that end and not that end. Once you paint it and grind it a little bit, grinder and paint. Make me a welder, I ain't. All right, B's got to go. He's Super Bowling today.
Yeah.
Who you picking to win?
I really don't the halftime.
Oh, okay.
Commercials, I really don't care.
Okay, there you go. He's about the same as me. To be honest with you, I don't even know who's playing. Bengals and something.
Rams.
Rams. Oh, no, we don't want the Rams. Now, former St. Louis team. Who are you picking?
Sorry.
Bengals. All right, it's a Bengals unanimous decision. All right, go have fun.
Yep.
Well, now we moved right on along here. We're really making progress. We got a radiator sitting in that thing. But I think that's where we're going to stop today. We've got a lot of stuff on there, and we got a long way to go, but we're making progress. I want to leave you guys with this. What are you using to mount your radiator? Okay, you see how this sits. It's got 2 bars there. I actually have 2 holes drilled on each side, and the way my old radiator mounted. But what would you recommend to set this on? Is that Jimmy Owens calling me? Bloomquist. Yep. All right, guys. So any suggestions, we're definitely welcome to for mounting the old radiator. And I think I can figure out something here, but we got 2 tabs. something to go over top of it. The bottom's made the same way. It's got this thicker aluminum going over top of it. See? So anyway, give us some suggestions. And guys, we really appreciate you watching these little mini series on the Lazarus Shaw car we pulled out of the woods. We're gonna just keep plugging away. We've got quite a lot done, and man, it's really gonna start falling together pretty soon. You see, we threw a roof on there just to pretend like we were getting more done than what we was. All right, guys, that's it. Check out the pull bar mount. Got to get that powder coated. That thing's gonna move all over the place, but yeah, more to come. We appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on your way out the door. Share with your buddies, and we'll see you on the next one. Say bye.
Bye.